guys, Michelle here from Andalere Gardens. We're looking at Plectranthus. I don't know which variety of Plectranthus it is, but it seeds itself very easily. This bundle that's in front here, I cut off some of the stuff at the back, the Plectranthus at the back, and I just left the bundles over here, and it grew. So yes, it doesn't need any second invitation. I want to clear out all these Plectranthus and create a hedge of them all around sort of the perimeter, and then within that I want to do a garden with purple flowers, more the true color purple. Like this is not purple with hints of pink. So there is also a little pestulous creeper that is growing and smothering certain sections. Let me see if I can find it for you. That we're also wanting to try and eradicate as well. Okay, there's some there. Let's go. It's this tiny little one. It clings like crazy. It's not very nice. So I want to cut these Plectranthus all right down to ground level, and then bundle them all up along the perimeter, and then we can see what space we are working with. I might bring the wall from where it currently is, because now there's like a bit of a pathway here, and maybe put it on this side of this little log wall. But I think when we've cut everything down flat, we will see better what the area that we're working with holds in store for us. You know, sometimes it's better to visualize when the space is open. So that is on the agenda, is to just get everything cut back so we can see what we're working with, and then from there the creative process can begin. Here's an update on the progress of the purple garden area. So we had lots of Plectranthus all there in the front. So that's all gone. So that's opened up quite a lot. Now that allows us just to see a little bit better. All the pieces of cement, broken parts. There's also glass fiber little ponds which are not in good nick. That area slopes down towards that big bush there in the background. There's like a little gully that runs all along there. I'm wanting to do maybe a pondless waterfall, or maybe some waterfall which will go into like a pond which sits there, and then another pond which sits in that lower down area right there. This is actually a nice sloped ground which will be perfect for some sort of water feature kind of thing. So that is the idea for there. In the back where the poles are, I have some purple wisteria which has just gone wild everywhere else. So I'm wanting to transplant that. I'll have to see when would be the best time to do that, by those poles there, and then we'll have to obviously put like a sort of a roof effect or some beams at the top to link all the poles with some wire on, and that we can weave the wisteria through. That bamboo sort of canes, I might just cut new ones and weave them through, so that from the other side this area isn't visible, especially seeing that it looks the way it looks for now. So that's sort of the idea for there. We've left this little bundle of Plectranthus here. I might not leave it here permanently, but just for the sake of to give a visual view of when you're down at the bottom there under that arbor, that one sort of can't see this entrance up onto the dam wall. Currently these are 2 crab apples which I might move to the labyrinth as they get sort of pink and like a red flower, like a white and red or white and pink, a pinky red. It'll be better in the labyrinth, and maybe I'll put something that tones in more with the blues and the purples that I want to put in that garden. Maybe even something like 2 ornamental pears that get white flowers, something like that. But that's something I'll mull over. So let's take us down the little steps here. These are very dicey steps, so I have to redo that because that's a surefire way to fall. They're not set up properly. So first we're going off this way. This big shrubby tree, this is now on the dam wall. It's actually a bit of a pest, and they do seed themselves everywhere. It's not the prettiest, but I love the way the trunks are, because we cut out a lot of all the other fine twiggy stuff. So I love the way this hangs over and gives one almost like a kind of a Japanese feel. So over here I'm wanting to put like a bench that somebody can sit in the shade and then look at the pond. So yeah, there's a pathway that will lead off there, but we're not looking at that pathway for right now. So the pathway will come. This I might contemplate still, but for now I thought the pathway could lead up here past our little entrance onto the dam wall, and then I want the pathway to go down into here. It's quite sort of, yeah, steep here, so I might make a more gradual slope. And then there you can see the area's opened up really nice. Maybe I must just pan you a shot here so you can see how everything is opened up. Actually, let me step back up here. You can see this whole area was full of plectranthus. One couldn't walk, one couldn't see anything there. So everything was taken out, and it was packed, jam-packed tight, yeah, to create like a hedge. So this is like solidly packed. We didn't dig it into the ground. It's just sitting loose on top. I might just get a bit of soil and just pop it over the roots. So this is how we've created this big hedge all along the outside. Some of them might not make it, and some of them will, but they're very tough. So everything is opened up here. So the pathway, I'd like to sort of come here. Maybe let me walk the pathway. Maybe before we go that way, another pathway will come from around that tree. That tree I might move at another stage. Let's go back this way, then we can come that way again. So the pathway will also come around there. There is a railway sleeper there which will go out and exit over there and off to that section of the strolling garden. So one will come over the railway sleepers, one will come around this tree. So either one can go up these little pathway here off to the dam wall, which that entrance will be blocked by a big shrub. Maybe not the plectranthus, but just for now, for the case of visualization, I might put maybe like plumbagos, which get the sky blue flowers. So that's a possibility, just to block the entrance there, because you don't want to see all your entrances and your exits in one go. The garden must lead you to surprises around corners. So the pathway will diverge off to there, or this is where we'll go this way. So there's lots of beautiful, magnificent stumps here. Some of it is like really rotted away already, so we'll still just pack them all there and maybe possibly do some kind of stumpery effect. I'm not 100% sure. So I thought we could come, yeah, the stumps being on the one side, maybe all in this curve the stumps will be, and then we will walk along the front. So we will come here, and that is a pyracantha that gets white flowers and little yellow berries. So the path will meander along and then meander around the pyracantha, and then it will lead off through that archway there. Well, we still need to put beams on the top and plant like a creeper over that, and that'll be quite cool. And then let's take you here and then show you from the other direction. So if we were coming through the archway from that side, I forgot all about that feature in the background. So that'll sort of kind of be your focal point, which you will see as you walk through this archway. So I'll keep that. We'll obviously have to limb up that tree so you see it fully, and then maybe I will plant like annuals, possibly lobelias, petunias, pansies. That's an idea that I'm playing with, just so long as obviously we're keeping in the blues and lilacs, purples, maybe touches of white here and there. I will need to plant something tall, I think, behind that, just so that it's got like a backdrop, a solid backdrop, so that there's nothing sort of distracting from what will be planted in the feature itself. So yes, everything's looking wonderfully clear. So we have lots of purple plants which need to be relocated. We've got barlerias. I might just pop up pictures on the screen so that you can sort of get a visual idea of what each plant might look at. So we've got lots of barlerias. They grow about 1 meter, so maybe we'll put some of them here. And there's about 3 different plectranthus. 2 are ground covers. One has got a light purple flower, one has got a dark purple flower, and then there's another bigger plectranthus with very dark purple flowers that I might contemplate putting behind there. And we have a lot of agapanthus. Now maybe I must rather take you around this way that we can walk up here and see this area all nice and clear. So we have lots of place to plant. A bit daunting as I don't think I've got enough purple to fill, but some of it, like the plectranthus neochilus, it's a ground cover that grows like crazy, so I could just stick lots and lots of that in the meantime, just to fill up space. The wandering Jew I might leave just temporary until we can maybe sort out something else as well. These bromeliads, they will go in time, but for now maybe I'll just pop them further under the tree. They will suffer in the summer sun now that we've cut everything back, as they rather prefer a shadier spot. So in time to come we'll move them over onto the other side of the driveway when we do a tropical garden. So we've got lots of agapanthus which are currently in the labyrinth. I don't know which are white and I don't know which are purple, so we'll have to wait for them to flower. So I was thinking I want to plant the plectranthus, no, not the plectranthus, I want to plant the agapanthus all along this this log wall. But I want to keep them just a little bit of distance away from the wall, that we're still able to just come through there with a wheelbarrow, like if we're weeding and cleaning and clipping back or whatever, just for the sake of getting through easy with the wheelbarrow through here to the compost zone off in the distance there. This big heap here was all that wicked creeper that was smothering a lot of the plants. So that I'll just put onto a piece of plastic, black plastic there in the compost zone, just so we can let it dry out and make sure the sun bakes it and it dies before we do any form of composting. So there might still be pieces in here, but that we will deal with down the line. So yes, the space looks totally cool, and I'm very happy that it's opened up, and it allows us just to visualize and to mull things over and decide what we're going to be putting where. And then as we're going along and clearing out and planting things, then I will update you a bit more on that.